First off, my nigga Mo, I am the coldest. I'm not the middle child, I am the oldest. Weight of the world, carry that on my shoulders. I'm David Ruff and these niggas is oldest. These bitches be champion, these niggas be bold. I ain't naming their chassis, I'm aiming.
Sup? What's good, gang?
What it do, baby?
Valentine's Day is next month. Do y'all have a Valentine? Me? Nah. I don't. It's okay though. We good. We here for each other, right? Make sure y'all hit that like button.
Are you so?
If y'all like these horror shorts, let me know. Follow me on Instagram. Let's get into the video.
When I was younger, Valentine's Day used to be my favorite date of the year. My girlfriend and I had been dating for over 3 years, and things were going great. This year, I had a lot of plans for Valentine's Day, but something would come between me and my girlfriend.
What was
it? It started 2 days before Valentine's Day. Samantha hadn't answered my messages all day, which I thought was weird. I was about to go to her house, but suddenly she answered me. She told me she overslept, so she didn't go to work either. I offered to go see her, but she said no. Let's meet directly on Valentine's Day. At first, her messages seemed strange to me. They had a lot of spelling mistakes, which was unnatural for her. But I assumed she had just woken up, and she told me a few days before her cell phone was not working the best way. The next day went by pretty fast. I spent the day working, and Sam responded to me at very random times. She was acting weird. Did something happen to her? I decided not to insist too much, since the next day I would go to see her in the morning. When the sun came up, I got ready as I could finally see her. I put on the best perfume I had, bought her flowers and chocolates, and with a smile, I went to her house.
Hey,
no matter what was happening to Samantha, this day was going to be sensational.
Not that good,
As I was arriving at her house, I received a message from Samantha. The message said that she was going to take a shower, that she left the front door open. I was surprised at how reckless she was, but I just went along with it. As I entered the house, I saw that the bathroom door was closed and there was a noise coming from behind it into the shower. So I sat down to wait for her.
She's in the shower.
Suddenly, the door opened and steam came out of the bathroom. But instead of meeting my girlfriend, someone else appeared. A white, scrawny, and very tall man came out of the bathroom wearing my girlfriend's underwear. But the worst thing, what surprised me the most, was his face.
Bruh,
that
wasn't his face. Wearing her face.
He had pieces of skin stuck all over his face. It was probably sealed with a very strong glue, since the man walked with extreme tranquility without the skin falling off.
Please
Not
don't
only
be
was
his
the
girlfriend's
skin
skin,
glued, but also the hair.
Oh my god.
But I recognized that golden hair. That was Samantha's hair.
Who are you? Where's Samantha?
Bruh,
what are you saying, Roy? I am Samantha. Can't you see my face?
Yo.
Don't you like me anymore?
My first impulse was to run as fast as I could to the door, but it wasn't going to happen. This man was a little closer, so at a great speed he arrived first, and with his body he covered the door.
Oh my god.
Hey, my love, have you forgotten yourself at home?
Yo.
Why are you so upset?
You psycho! Where's Sam?
Bruh, this means he's been stalking
y'all. It seems that the man didn't like my comment. So furious, he jumped at me and grabbed my head with his two huge hands, shouting at me face to face.
What part don't you understand that I am Sam?
He's so
Have
committed
you forgotten
to this.
About me? Did you hit your head coming in?
Oh my god. Bruh.
You know what? I'd kill you for questioning your girlfriend, but I'll spare your life for now, just because you brought me my favorite chocolates. Stay here while I change, honey. I'll be back in a while.
When the man closed the door and left me in the dark,
bruh,
before I could get up to turn on the lights, I felt
now.
something strange next to me, like wet.
Oh, you
Suddenly,
your girlfriend's
a horrible
body.
smell came up my nose. It was disgusting. I felt like I was going to vomit at any moment. I held my nose, and in desperation, I went to turn on the light in the basement. On the way, I felt many insects hitting my face. I knew what this meant, but I didn't want to assume it, so I wanted to avoid it as much as possible. When I turned on the light, I couldn't avoid reality for another second. That was Samantha's body.
Damn, R.I.P.
The body
Sam.
was decomposing. Around Sam, flies seemed to be feasting.
Oh, man.
As if it wasn't enough, many parts of her face and body were disfigured or skinless. What that
This is
psycho was
crazy.
wearing on his face was really Samantha's face.
Wow.
I fell to my knees on the floor.
Bro.
And almost ignoring the disgusting smell that didn't let me breathe, I cried as hard as I could.
Dang, bro. That's
After a few seconds of wailing, I tried to open the door
bro,
as hard as I could.
You need to have vengeance
I was always
right
a small
now,
man.
bruh.
Strength was never my thing, and
Come
even at that
on,
moment,
bruh.
I felt totally useless.
Come on,
I was
bruh.
facing a simple wooden door, crying, while a man was putting on my girlfriend's clothes.
Don't
who was
be a
already
bitch.
behind me, decomposing.
Don't be a bitch.
I felt
like,
pathetic, and I was. From one second to the next,
Come
the
on,
door
bruh.
opened, but not because I forced it, but because the man had returned.
I'm back, honey. You.
Bruh.
Ahead of me, knocking me down with
What
absurd
is
ease,
happening?
the man who killed my girlfriend was standing in front of me.
No.
That man was wearing Samantha's favorite skirt with a
Oh
black
my-
top that he couldn't even finish zipping up.
Hey, I understand that you're very upset, but let me explain what happened. This man came into my house and tried to kill me. He told me he was watching you on the street, always
Bruh.
dreaming of being your partner. Can you believe it? He came with the intention of killing me and pretending to be me. What a psycho.
Furious, I stood up and lunged at him again.
Come on.
But again,
Come on.
it was pointless.
Oh my god.
The man grabbed me by the neck
Oh my
before I could hit him,
goodness.
and with
Oh
one
my
hand he
goodness
lifted me up,
gracious.
only to throw me against Sam's corpse.
Come on.
Hey, honey, you shouldn't be so upset. I wasn't going to let this man come between us. I killed him as soon as I saw him. You should have heard how he screamed. It was delicious.
Yo.
His screams still sound in my
It
head.
was
What an
delicious.
exquisite melody. I assure you, he suffered a lot before he died.
Oh,
you see,
man.
honey, I couldn't pass up an exquisite sound like that. So before I killed him, I tortured him. I made sure he survived until the last second he could feel pain. Anyway, honey, are we going to a nice restaurant?
There you go. Let's go.
I had made it. I had
Let's-
escaped. I
let's
ran to the
go.
door, crying and preparing to tell the police everything.
Bruh, he better
But
not
something
grab you.
in me was wrong. All my fear, helplessness, and sadness turned into hatred.
Oh, you about to
Pure
go stab him
hatred
some
towards
more?
the monster that had taken away the most important thing in my life. Instead of running away, I turned to him. He was still alive, and confused, he spoke to me.
My love, I don't feel good. I think you hurt me.
Fuck him up.
You are not my love. You are not Samantha. You
Yep.
took her from
There
me.
we go.
She's never coming
Crash
back
out.
because of you.
This is a
When I
crash
finished,
out.
I just fell on the floor and started
Reasonable
crying,
crash out. Reasonable.
in shock because of everything that had happened.
Dang.
When the police came, I was arrested for double homicide.
What?
But after the truth came out, I was released. After that, I could never be in a couple again. I never felt I could open my heart to someone else and experience anything like that again. Every Valentine's Day is torture. Torture where in my nightmares I
Man, y'all
relive everything
prepare
that
for
happened that day.
Y'all prepare for
I recently
February.
started therapy.
Prepare
I hope
for
someday to
February
be able
14th.
to heal. But in the meantime, I spend Valentine's Day locked up and alone, trying to face my memories.
That's tough,
Hey guys,
bruh.
I hope you're enjoying the video. If so, please leave a like. And also, a small percentage of people that watch my videos are actually subscribed. If you want to support this channel and make this channel reach the 1 million mark, please consider subscribing. It's free and you can change your mind later.
Facts.
Enjoy.
Facts. Facts. Facts.
There was
facts.
nothing special about that night, except for the fact that it was Valentine's Day, and I wanted to take Julia out for dinner. It's been weeks since we have spoken to each other properly. She has changed since our daughter Dorothy died in an accident.
Oh shit.
You see, the loss has affected her differently. The way she is coping with this loss will surely destroy what is left of our marriage. Ever since the day our daughter died, she's been detached from reality. I suppose in a way, we all were, but my wife was different. She couldn't or wouldn't come to terms with the fact that Dorothy was gone. Julia didn't sit in her bed crying for hours, nor did she spend every waking moment surrounded by photo albums or Dorothy's clothes.
Oh no.
She didn't cry at all when the cops called to inform us that Dorothy was run over by a pickup truck while hitchhiking to a rock concert. Julia and I cremated our daughter. Yes, Julia insisted on it. I wish I never agreed. Now, she carries the urn around.
Damn.
She talked to it as if it was a real person.
Comfortable?
You didn't
She
stop
murmured
her from doing
as
this?
she strapped it into the baby seat of our car just the other week. I watched her through the rearview mirror, and my skin crawled. Needless to say,
you gotta stop
after
her,
that
bro.
I stopped going out with my wife. I could see people talking about her everywhere we went. They would point her out silently and whisper among themselves. I used to feel bad for my wife, but now this routine is getting on my nerves. I am heartbroken and exhausted pretending our daughter is alive. So
Yeesh.
that night, I decided to put a stop to this. I ordered food and set the table in Valentine's theme.
You better not poison her.
When Julia came downstairs and noticed all the red balloons and heart-shaped candles, I saw her eyes dazzle up. After all these gloomy days, I finally felt my wife noticing me.
Did you do this all by yourself?
Yep. Happy Valentine's Day, dear.
I went close to her. She was holding the urn to her chest. I said in a soft voice,
I know, Julia. We're going through a tough phase and you're in no mood to celebrate, but we need to live. Dorothy would have wanted us to celebrate tonight. Let's sit down and have a proper dinner, okay?
She gave me a surprised look, like I've said something weird.
Is it okay if Dorothy eats with us too?
God, Julia, please, let's not do this tonight.
Do what?
At this point, I was secretly
Now he
hoping
about
that
to be
tonight would be
honest.
the night when things go back to normal.
How will Dorothy eat with us?
You
I
know
asked in
somebody's
a
stressed when
tiring,
they do
sad
that.
voice
When they do
repeated.
this.
For a moment, the room was enveloped in stunned silence. Then Julia spoke.
Like she does every other night.
She sat down on the table and put the urn right next to her dinner plate. Just think about it. Candles were lit. Valentine's Day dinner it was, and I was sitting with my wife and the ashes of my dead daughter at the same table.
Yeah.
But still,
I can see
I
it
kept
pissing
calm.
you off.
At least she has agreed to eat dinner at the
I can
table
see
and
that.
not in her room after days. It still progresses. Slowly, she will accept. It takes time to heal, I know that. But then she started talking to the urn.
Look how romantic Daddy is, Dorothy.
Oh,
Yeah, he is glad that you could join us. I'll set up a plate for you. Wait,
Julia, please. You don't have to go through this every night.
pass me the mashed potato. Dorothy wants some.
yo.
As she started cutting the steak, disregarding that I existed, I finally lost it.
Why can't you just talk to me, huh? Dorothy is dead. We lost our daughter to a car crash, Julia. Accept it. She's dead. Stop this insanity. It's hurting both of us. This is not healthy. Why can't you see that?
Caught in a fit of rage, I grasped the tablecloth and pulled it towards me, sending
Oh,
the dishes
shit.
crashing to the floor. Dorothy's
this
urn,
is good
sitting atop one of the
animation,
plates,
bruh.
succumbed to the same fate. It fell on the hard concrete and shattered.
Dory!
My wife screamed, leaping to her feet and dashing around the dining table.
No, baby, no!
Tears rolled down my eyes, realizing what damage I had done. Amidst the porcelain shards and utensils, the urn lay cracked in half, its lid nowhere to be found.
Damn.
Dorothy's ashes were scattered in those broken pieces.
Bruh.
Julia landed knees first
She's
on the
about
shards,
to rage
the
and turn
porcelain
into
crunching under her
I don't
weight.
know what.
Nothing could have prepared me for what she did next.
Oh
I
my
watched in horror
God.
as my frantic wife snatched one half of the urn and stuck her tongue out to lick it,
What?
her fingers desperately searching for the remains left on the floor.
What?
She swept her hands across the ground, cutting her skin up in the process, and shoved the whole lot in her mouth, her eyes rolling back inside her head. I wanted to vomit.
Disgusting.
No, I wanted to run. My heart was pounding at 10 times its normal rate, threatening to leap out of my throat. My skin was clammy and my vision blurred, but not enough to stop me from seeing the monster that was my wife, stuffing ashes, blood, and porcelain shards down her throat.
Shit.
Julia?
She slowly turned her head towards me, and a sick smile appeared on her face. Her bleeding mouth with ashes smearing on her white teeth gave me chills.
She will be with me now, forever.
I knew it.
I went back to doing what she was doing. I ran to her and tried my best to pull her away. She kicked in the air and screamed.
No,
Get your hands
baby.
off of me.
Don't be scared. Mommy's here.
I pleaded with Julia to stop this madness, but she didn't. I somehow dragged her away and locked her in our bedroom. She kept banging on the door until the paramedics arrived. It's been 3 years now since Julia has been put in a mental institution. Every Valentine's Day, I go to visit my wife with a bouquet of red roses. I will go this year as well, but I know she won't talk to me. She only talks to herself now. The doctor says she sometimes imitates Dorothy's voice and pretends to be her own daughter, as if she has these dual personalities.
Ate her daughter's ashes.
She has completely lost it, and I know I'm not getting my family back.
What level are we on right now? You know what I mean?
So, if you have someone special to spend your Valentine's Day with, you better make it memorable for them. Life has never been kind to the hearts filled with love.
She ate her daughter's ashes.
My name is Emily. I'm 26 years old, and I hate Valentine's Day. I know. What's not to love about a day dedicated to love and romance? But for me, it's sort of a reminder that I'm alone, and I'm genuinely too scared to ever be with anyone again. I've been single for years now, ever since my Valentine's Day ended in what can only be described as an experience that will make your skin crawl. It was my second year of college. I was young and naive, and honestly, I just wanted somebody to spend the day with. I had just broken up with my boyfriend of several months, and I was really feeling down about it.
Several months.
As I walked to class, one of my friends came up to me and handed me her phone. She had something to show me.
What's this? It's a new dating app. I just signed up for it, and I've already got a date for Valentine's Day. Girl, you better as well.
I took the phone and looked at it. I don't remember for sure what the app was called, but I know it wasn't one of the mainstream ones. I think it was some off-brand dating app. Well, I thought about it for a few minutes and then decided to download it.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't had a Valentine
Sitting in classes all day, I began to get rather excited about the prospect of going on a date with someone new. As Valentine's Day neared, I matched with a guy who seemed really nice. We talked for a few days, and then we decided to meet up. He told me he would pick me up from my dorm at 7 p.m. Let me stress, this guy had like no red flags. I had no reason to believe that he wasn't perfect. Okay, so his pictures were a bit hot, but I figured he was just trying to show off his best side, you know?
I always like
chats had barely a dull moment, and as we continued to talk, I couldn't help but think that I had finally found someone who I could connect with. I liked funny cat videos, and he had an adorable one of his own. He liked hiking, and I love nature. It seemed like we were a match made in heaven. So, when he came to pick me up on Valentine's Day, I was beyond excited. I remember waiting in my room, staring at the clock as it ticked closer and closer to 7 p.m. I was so nervous, I could barely sit still. Finally, there was a knock at my door. I leaped up to answer it, and there he was.
I almost thought that was my door.
He was even more handsome in person. He had dark hair and piercing gray eyes. He was wearing a black leather jacket and jeans. He looked like he belonged in a motorcycle gang, but I didn't care. I still like bad boys.
Emily?
Yes. It's so nice to finally meet you, Nicholas. Come in, please.
I stepped aside to let him in. my heart racing the entire time. I closed the door behind him, and then we just kind of stood there, staring at each other for a few awkward moments. As we stood there, I couldn't help but notice a strange tattoo on his neck.
Oh
It
shit.
looked like a prison number.
Gang gang.
Whoa, that's a cool tattoo. What does it mean?
Although I was too absorbed at the moment to notice his discomfort, I did hear the shift in his voice as he answered.
Nothing. Just thought it was cool back in the day. Let's get out of here.
As we walked out of my dorm, he put his arm around me and I leaned into him. I felt so safe and comfortable with him.
Already?
We walked to
This
his
y'all
car,
first date?
black SUV,
Like, what the
and got
heck?
in.
So, where are we going?
I thought we could go for a walk in the park. It's such a beautiful night outside.
I agreed, and we headed to the park. We walked and talked, and I told him all about myself. I told him about my family, my friends, and my hobbies. He listened intently, and I felt like he really cared about what I had to say. That's when I began to notice that the park was eerily empty. There wasn't a soul in sight.
Where
It's
is everyone?
nighttime.
It's so quiet
kind of
and
question is
empty.
He looked at me with a strange expression on
What
his
is
face,
happening?
but he didn't answer. He just kept walking, his arm around my waist. We came to a stop in front of a large tree. This was when I began to feel really uneasy. I tried to take a step back, but he held me close.
Oh shit.
I looked up at him, and he was staring at
Shiver
me with
me!
an intensity that I can only
Shiver
describe
me!
as hunger. His piercing gray eyes had taken on an almost insane
Hunger.
quality as he stared at me with them widened, and the red veins at the very edges of his
Yo,
eyes became more
Hunger is
pronounced.
crazy.
What's wrong?
I tried to pull away, wanting to get out of
Said
there as quickly as
hunger.
possible.
Said I'm hungry.
He didn't answer me,
I'm
but his grip
hungry.
tightened. He just stared at me, his eyes drilling into mine. And then, without warning, he attacked me. Grabbing my throat, he began to choke me. I struggled
Yo.
against him, but I couldn't break free.
Yo.
I could feel my vision start to fade as I gasped for air.
Yo.
Just when I thought I was going to pass out, he released me.
That is
I fell to the ground, coughing and gasping for air. He loomed over me, a sickening grin on his face, and that's when I saw it again.
What is
He
happening?
grabbed his jacket and tossed it to the side. His prison number flashed in my mind as I saw what he had been
Yo,
wearing under
aw,
his jacket,
shit.
an orange
Take
jumpsuit.
You're an
He's from
inmate.
prison.
He just laughed, a cold,
Prison,
maniac laugh that sent chills down my spine. Grabbing his face with his nails, he dug them into his skin and began to
crazy.
slowly scratch his face, starting from directly below his eyes till he reached his lips. As blood began to run down his face, he just kept laughing. I was in pure terror at this point, and I scrambled to my feet and started to run, but he was too fast.
crazy.
He caught up to me and tackled me to the ground. I screamed as he began to choke me again. I thought for
Oh,
sure
shit.
that this was it, that I was going to die.
Okay, we going.
But
All right,
then,
good.
just as suddenly as he had attacked me,
choking.
he stopped. He got up and dusted himself off and looked down at me again. Finally, he spoke,
What's up with this
and with
dude?
each word, the blood from his face splattered down into my face.
Let's play a game, Emily. I escaped just so I could have some fun on Valentine's Day.
Uh-oh.
Now, I'll give you 3 minutes. Try to make it out of the park
Yeah.
before I catch you. But if I do catch you, you'll never be alone on Valentine's Day again.
Staring at me, he began to count down from 3. I struggled to my feet and began to run. I could hear him counting behind me as he stood there in the park with blood streaming from his face. As I glanced back, I saw what looked like a trail of blood following him as he slowly began to walk after me. I ran as fast as I could, but I knew he was going to catch me. There was no way I could outrun him.
3, 2, 1.
His voice stopped, and suddenly, I heard crazed footsteps pounding behind me as he began to run. I was about to give up. As I ran, my legs were seared with the cold pain of exercise such as this.
Damn, I'm
Just
all
as he was
into
about to
this
catch
shit.
up to me, though, I saw a ranger's car drive into the park. I think they were there to close up for the night, but to this day, I still don't care.
Help me!
I ran toward them shouting as the man who had been chasing me darted into the bushes. I heard a scream of anger from his direction as he realized that he had lost me. The ranger got out of his car and ran toward me as I collapsed into his arms, sobbing and shaking uncontrollably.
What happened, miss? You're safe now.
Maybe I am, but they never found him. They never caught the man who had tried to kill me. And
wow.
ever since that day, I've been terrified of being alone on Valentine's Day, and just as equally terrified of trying to find a date for
How
fear
about
that
not
he
dating
or someone like him
on,
shows
like,
up again.
You know what I mean? Online dating. You know what I mean? You were online dating. Like, not dissing online dating or nothing, but like, you gotta be careful with shit like that. You know what I mean? So, bruh. These 3 stories was wicked, bruh. These 3 stories was wicked. Y'all let me know which one of these 3 stories was your favorite, or if you liked all of them. You know what I mean? But make sure y'all hit that like button.
Are you subscribed?
Hit me up on Instagram, especially if you got some good videos I need to react to. It's spooky season all year. I'll see y'all in the next video.
I told myself no bagger, you can just keep your love, I'm cool with it. Try to let them in, they backing up, they said can't handle it. Just give me some time, I made this feet. She said she need my heart, so why she doing this shit? Yeah. That's how the game slide. Yeah, sitting there photo, cool, that's how the game slide. Yeah, sitting there photo. I got a bad bitch on me, yeah, send the photo. Yeah, send them. Yeah, seeing that photo, cool, outside with the gang we slide. Damn, bad bitch on my line, she getting too wet beside it. Damn, pussy function, I got a game beside me. Yeah, said I be making her mad, she getting too red like Target. I just can't keep my mama off me. Said she want more, I think she lost with me. We can go back for man, we doing it.
Keep it cool.
Keep it classy.
We love you.
Stay awesome.
Always.
And forever.
Perfect.